Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for clicking on the video today. I do truly appreciate it. Now, in today's video, I wanted to once again theory craft with you guys because one, I enjoy doing this, but I think you guys also like to hear my thoughts on certain things as well when it comes to, you know, what could happen or speculating and things of that nature. So I thought we would do another one in today's video. So I do hope you enjoy what you see. If you do, drop a like. It helps out the channel tremendously. You guys knocked it out of the park on the last video. I called for like 200 and you guys gave me like, I think as of this recording, almost 800 likes on that last video. That's nutty. So can we hit a big one today as well? Can we do 200 on this one? That'll be fantastic. And if you enjoy the content, go ahead and consider subscribing. And if you enjoy Mini Cody with the drip, I think you're on that side. Mini Cody with the drip. I love you, man. You look good. I love you. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about what this video is all about. So I was once again probably looking into it a little bit too much. Let me know in the comments down below. But I was looking at the weapons that we have for Elegy for the end of your account, Song of Broken Wallets, and then possibly a brand new weapon that could be coming in version 1.6. And I started looking at the weapons, and then I started looking at them individually and then as a set on a team as a whole, and I started to see something that could quite possibly be a little bit broken, may not be broken per se, maybe that's a strong word, and maybe that word is thrown out a lot, but it could be really strong, let me say that. So what am I talking about? So we have Elegy for the end here. Now, this is the bow that came along with Venti in his rerun banner. This is the bow it's pretty tailor-made for Venti. He's definitely the one that can utilize it. I would say probably the best, and it really fits his kit with the energy recharge being as a substat, and then the passive, what it's able to provide. And just in case you're unaware, it gives you elemental mastery by 60, and then if you consume the 4 sigils of remembrance, then what you'll obtain for yourself and the rest of the team for 12 seconds is increase elemental mastery by 100 and increase attack by 20%. So that is for the Elegy of the N, and that is something that Venti can utilize really, really well. Now, we know that we have another weapon coming here very soon that's very similar, and that is Song of Broken Wallets or Broken Pines. And this one is supposed to be probably best in slot for Eula, coming alongside with her banner here very soon. And the reason being because it has a substat of physical damage percentage, and then with the passive here, it's going to increase attack by 16%. And then when a normal or charge attack hits opponents, it gains a sigil of Whisper, very similar to what we just mentioned with the sigil of Remembrance, every 0.3 seconds. And when you possess 4 of those, then it's going to go ahead and for 12 seconds, it's going to provide you and the team increase normal attack speed by 12% and increase attack by 20% once again. And you will not be able to gain a sigil Whisper for 20 seconds. Very similar to the Elegy for the end. So I started looking at these two weapons, and one, they aesthetically look very similar. So, and then what we're having here soon and possibly in version 1.6, speculation. We have no clue if that's coming or not in version 1.6. It's all speculation, all theorizing. But I started to look at this, and these weapons are starting to fit together like a puzzle piece. And if you have a team full of these weapons on them, which for most part will be best in slot. Now, keep in mind, it's probably not going to happen for a lot of people, including myself, because the weapon banner, 1, sucks and brutal, and 2, you may not even have, you know, the characters to put them on if you want to put them on like the characters that they're made for, but, you know, you can put them on other 4 stars that can utilize them. Anyways, I started to look at it, and I'm starting to think that if you have a full set of these weapons, could it possibly be a very strong set to have? And are they, you know, moving in that direction? So let's talk about it. So one thing to quickly note is that of the many effects of the millennial movement, buffs of the same type will not stack. So I'm interpreting that as the attack that we're seeing when you consume the sigils for both the bow and for the claymore, because those are the buffs that are similar. The other one is not, and that is just in reference to when you consume the sigils. So, for example, here it says increases elemental mastery by 100 and increases attack by 20%. If we look at the Song of Broken Pines, it's the same thing, except this one increases normal attack speed by 12% and increases attack by 20%. So what I'm interpreting that as is that you're not going to get you're not going to get an additional 20% attack, so you're not going to get 40% for having these two weapons and then procting that millennial movement because it will not stack. But you're going to get the increased normal attack speed by 12%, and then for the Elegy of the End, you're going to get the increase by Elemental Mastery increase by 100 for this one still, right? Now, let's take a look at the one that could possibly be coming in version 1.6, possibly, and that is the Freedom Sworn is what it's called. No. Boreas Parasi. That name could probably change. That name could probably change. But anyways, it has the substat of Elemental Mastery, just in case you're unaware of what this weapon can do. And based off of the beta version right now in Speculation, it increases damage by 10%. And the character that's wielding the weapon triggers elemental reactions. They gain a sigil of rebellion. Now, this can only be triggered 0.5 seconds, and you can also trigger it when the character is not on the field, and when you possess only 2 sigils, so you don't need 4, you only need 2 sigils of rebellion, then they'll be consumed, and then all party members will obtain the millennial movement once again for 12 seconds. Very similar. Millennial movement. This is going to increase your normal charge and plunging attack damage by 16% and increase attack by 20%. So once again, you got the attack by 20%. That's not going to stack with the other one, so you're not going to get 60% if you have all 3 weapons on your characters that are in the party. So you only get the 20%, but you're going to get the normal charge and plunging attack damage by 16%, if I'm interpreting that correctly. So now we have normal charge and plunging attack damage by 16%. We now have, and this is if you proc all of this, by the way, we'll get into that here in just a second. Then you have increased normal attack speed by 12%. And then you have the Elemental Mastery by 100. And this is for your team as a whole, just from the passive ability alone. This is a lot of things to proc. This is a lot of good benefits that are going on here when you're doing this. Now, can you proc these all? And are we going to be getting a 4th one in this set, such as a Catalyst or a Polearm, to go ahead and round it out? And what would that be? What would you need? Now, if you have, like, let's say a Polearm or a Catalyst user that gets a set similar to this one with similar passive, it increases attack by 20% when you consume the sigils, but let's say it increases, I don't know, crit rate or crit damage by, you know, 10, 15%, 20%. That would be pretty insane. You start pairing that with the other ones, and that would be pretty incredible. Now, how could you proc all of these at the same time? Because it lasts for 12 seconds. I think you would have to, like, pop a Venti ult, switch into Eula, do Eula's attacks, and then switch into whoever will be using this one. Or maybe do pop Venti's ult, pop this person's ult, whoever this might be, to be able to get 2, and then switch into Eula, and then do Eula's normal attacks and get that going. See, this is the thing. I don't know if it's going to be possible to do in 12 seconds or even viable or even useful, but if you're able to, I think these are pretty strong passives that kind of go, you know, together, because now you're giving your whole team all of these buffs, albeit only for 12 seconds, but still, these buffs will be really nice. And probably by the time you proc all these, you may only have, like, possibly, I don't know, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, maybe only 5 seconds to utilize these buffs, but they'll be strong nonetheless. And then, like I mentioned, you throw in a Catalyst or a Polearm user into this set. I would have to imagine it might be Catalyst. And it buffs crit rate or crit damage or something of that nature, energy recharge, by a certain percentage. And now you got a lot of good buffs that are procting together at the same time that can be pretty strong, in my opinion. But once again, this is just something that I was looking at, something that I saw, especially with this one coming out, and then with this one possibly in beta right now. I see them going for something, and I can see another Catalyst or a Polearm user coming out to utilize another one of these sets that can buff something else along with the attack. And it could be a pretty strong set. Now, once again, that's if you obtain these and whatnot, and I don't think that's going to be too realistic for most people. But anyways, I would love to get your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. I would love to get to know what you guys think down in the comments below. And once again, let me know if you guys like videos like this where I look into things probably a little too much, and then I theorize it with you and give you my 2 cents, and then we get your guys' 2 cents down in the comments below. Let me know if you like videos like this by hitting that like button for me. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked what you saw. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys. I don't know. I don't know why I did bye guys like that. Bye guys. I don't know why I did that.